작년 12월 버팔로의 눈보라 속에서 한국에서 온 10명의 관광객들의 차가 눈 속에 빠졌을 때 자신의 집을 개방해 안전하게 보호해준 크리스마스의 미러클의 주인공 알렉산더 캄파냐와 안드레아 캄파냐 부부를 만나러 버팔로를 방문했습니다. 캄파냐 부부의 집에 이르러 배를 누르니 오랜 친구처럼 반갑게 맞아주고는 스토리가 전개된 곳들을 차례로 보여줍니다. 그리고 마침내 따끈한 커피 한 잔과 함께 앉아 눈보라가 치던 그날의 시작을 풀어나갔습니다. What came to your mind first?
When I heard the knock of the door, in my mind I thought, who is outside during this weather? So I thought maybe one of the neighbors, needed help in their driveway or something like this. So when I opened the door and it was people that I did not recognize, I thought,
They're in trouble.
Right.
And they said, do you have any shovels? We need help because our vehicle is stuck in the snow. And I said, yeah, I'll get some shovels. And I went outside with the shovels, but maybe just 15 feet in front of the house. I was already covered in snow because it was coming down so heavy. And I told those guys, I said, no, it's too dangerous.
Offer them to
Bring them in.
Yes, please come inside. Come inside right away. So probably it just took maybe 2 minutes, and all of a sudden everybody was inside. And I said, Andrea, we have visitors.
Did you know at the time how many people were there?
I imagine I said, how many people, And they said 9 travelers plus, the driver. I said, okay, come inside. Yeah, right.
Did you ask your wife?
There was no question. They needed to. We needed to get them inside.
Wow.
There was no question.
Where did you find enough bedrooms, beds?
The snow was coming down so hard. We realized these people will be staying with us for at least a day or two, and we have a guest room, sleeping bags, and also an inflatable air mattress in the other room. And then I put linens on the couch and just tried to make as many beds as possible.
Wow.
But that's, I think, when it really hit me, they're going to be staying here, and where are we going to
That's right.
have them all sleep? But I think we found a place for everybody to sleep.
I was very impressed that you guys have Korean ingredients.
Yes.
How was it possible?
We both have backgrounds where we really have enjoyed lots of Asian cuisine. We had our first date at a Korean restaurant.
Really?
Yes. And somebody in the group asked us, well, do you remember what meal you had? And so on the second evening, they tried to that meal for us for a special thank you.
Wow. I didn't know that part. So do you remember the name of the
I believe it was Jeok kimchi.
Jeok kimchi?
Yeah.
So that's actually pork.
Yeah.
Spicy pork with kimchi in it. Wow.
So the first night, there was a delicious dish made of chicken that they made here.
닭도리탕.
Yes, thank you. I forgot the name, but it was very
stew,
delicious.
right?
Yes.
Spicy chicken stew. Exactly. We were lucky to have experienced such delicious food made by such kind and lovely people. Our guests were so kind and very brave because this was an unexpected part of their trip. And yet they handled the situation very, very well.
When did you start hearing from people
Yes.
wanting to find out more?
Right before going to sleep that night, I thought, I'll just put this photo on my Facebook and just explain very briefly, hey, I don't know what everybody else is doing, but we have
10 guests.
We have 10 guests or for Christmas, And so I could not believe it. I think maybe a local group for Buffalo saw the story, and then a bigger group, they shared it, and it kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I have never experienced anything like that, and that was not my intent either. I thought, maybe some of my friends would enjoy the story, but it didn't occur to me that there would be such enjoyment of this story in everywhere.
How did you feel about it? Such popularity.
It was really such a pleasure to meet all of them. And so it was like a surprise that we would be on the news for
Right.
So like those news media in Korea also try to reach you.
Yes, a gentleman came from Washington, D.C., and he said to us, this is a nice story because I am used to talking with politicians.
Yeah.
He said, this is much more fun and nice.
So everyone wanted to come and talk to you guys, right? But it's a little quiet now.
Now we're back to our regular lives, work and family.
I spoke to a Korean restaurant owner last night, when after I got here.
Sure.
She was curious why the tourists ended up passing your house.
Because the storm came on so suddenly and so strong.
Suddenly. It's not from the morning.
It was like today. And it wasn't until the afternoon when it came on so strong and so fast. So I think they had no choice but to try to find a new path to try to reach their destination. And it just became quickly a very difficult situation for them. But we're glad they came in our house.
Right.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, that's probably how they were able to, let's say, survive.
Yes,
in the
for
blizzard.
sure.
Yes.
The very sad news is that after the storm, each day more people were being found that had died from the snow. And I think maybe 47 now. People.
47 people
I think so,
died.
yes. Stuck in their vehicle and they, I believe, froze to death. Yes, terrible, terrible.
Yes.
So when we tried to contact the fire station and the police, they said we have people who are still stuck waiting to be rescued. So they said we have to prioritize those people, trying to save those people. So they said if your guests are comfortable in your home, that is where they should stay. So we were happy to, we said, we will make dinner then and have a nice dinner. Yeah.
So the dinner started.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, this is an amazing story. Yeah. And did you guys make any promise that there will be a reunion?
Well, the couple that we became close with, they were on their honeymoon, Joseph and Claire.
Right.
And we connected with them and correspond with them. And it would be nice to visit them.
In Korea?
Yes.
That would
Very
be
exciting. We would be happy to see any of our friends again. We feel that they are our friends for life,
Yes. Because during that weekend, there was a lot of different emotions. And Christmas morning, people were quiet. I think they were starting to get worried. And it was sort of a somber feeling that morning. And then around noon, the plows started to come down our street. And then everyone was celebrating and jumping up and down. So I think having gone through something so significant, you bond with people, and I would love to see them again.
Yeah. Let's see. Meanwhile, the travel agency sent another tour guide
Yes, that's
to
right.
pick up 3 of the guests here. So his car got stuck like 20 minutes away from your house. And the next day, he was found by a tow truck driver.
Okay.
It took 17 hours for him.
Oh.
Luckily, overnight, he was able to
Oh no.
stay.
Wow, that's
Sad.
that,
Yeah,
well.
you didn't know
No,
that.
we did not know
we
that, but
didn't know that.
we are glad to hear that he is safe in the end. Yeah.
I'm wondering if any people sent you any cards, thank you notes, anything, because I brought something from our radio station, K Radio. Also,
Yes.
people are excited when they heard that you guys will be eating BBQ chicken for the next 12 months.
Yes. Yes.
So generous.
We had a wonderful experience.
Wednesday, right?
Yes, on
Yeah.
Wednesday. They made us feel so welcome. The food was delicious, so exciting. We cannot get over the generosity from so many kind people. We had a gentleman from Brooklyn who sent a couple of bottles of matjo. He owns a distillery, and he said, "I'd like to send you a couple bottles."
Makgeolli, that's a very traditional Korean drink, with alcohol in it.
My brother knew about this because he lived in Seoul for school for 6 months. So when I told him, he said, "Oh,
Makgeolli?
he said, I want to have some."
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Yes, and then a lady whose family has a small kimchi business. She sent 2 massive.
Massive kimchi.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
You still have kimchi?
Yes.
Yes,
Oh, yes.
yes, it's incredible.
Yes, it's so generous.
And another company, I think they're called We Love You.
Yes.
They make sauces. So they sent us a bottle of bulgogi sauce,
Yeah.
bottle of gochujang.
Yeah.
a bottle of-
Yeah.
It's just incredible, just incredible generosity. And I think people were very excited to know that we enjoy Korean cuisine. It was just very much a coincidence that our guests were from Korea, because I said, oh, why don't we show them, what we have? And maybe that will help them feel more comfortable and realize they're in a house that is understanding, and we're happy that they're here. So we put out the big jar of kimchi that I had, some of the spices like you mentioned, gochugaru, gochujang. I took out the mirin, rice wine vinegar, soy sauce, and then I took out our rice cooker, put that out. My big 20-pound bag of rice.
Home.
Oh, everybody was excited, very excited.
It's probably once in a lifetime experience.
People on the tour said, we thought it would be fun to see what it's like in an American house, compared to back home.
Yes.
So they said this was kind of fun because we got to stay with an American couple in their home. They said it made it more of a special experience.
Yeah. Because you guys are so special. I think the whole thing turned out to be a miracle.
Yes.
Yeah. So with the kimchi sent to you as a gift,
Yes.
thank you gift. Should we make kimchi jjigae tonight?
We have to. Yes, exactly.
Let's do
We have to use
it.
the sauce, all the spices.
Yeah.
Of
Yes.
course. And we have some
Okay.
nice